Okay, hello. So I'm not sure exactly when this will get posted. Most likely it'll be December. Hello, how's it going? So the last couple days, I think I've been doing pretty well with my manifestation. I'm gonna say rituals, but I'm not. I don't know if they're really. I mean, we could look up the word ritual, and like it's not like a crazy word. It just means like a sort of pattern that you do to kind of get you into a certain mood or whatever. Anyways, I have been doing this one thing where I've been sleeping with like affirmations in my ear. And the tricky thing about that is that sometimes you wake up and the headphones are not in your ear. But every time I've done it the last few days, it's been Gucci. It's been fine, you know? I also have been like soft fasting, like how I did with food. I kind of broke it a little bit, or I'm about to break it. I don't know. We'll see. My original goal was to go until like the middle of the day, which is like 1 p.m. It's currently 10 a.m., so 2 hours early, but I don't know, because then when I look back at like my productivity and shit, like I am like a workhorse, you know what I mean? Like literally yesterday, I had a to-do list, and I already had the to-do list written like from the day before, and like before 8 a.m., like a big chunk of the to-do list was already done, and I was like, well, this is why I fucking smoke so much, because I just, you know what I mean? Like, so also have been, well, I've been doing a lot, but one thing that I'm waiting for that comes tomorrow is I got some apophyllite crystals and a shadow work journal. I also ordered copies of my own book that you can check out in the description. It's not supposed to come until November. I don't know why it's taking so long, but and when I was looking up what crystals to get, apophyllite, I didn't even know that was, I didn't know anything about that beforehand, but apparently it's like an angelic sort of crystal. It's supposed to help you tune into like angelic frequencies and shit like that. So I thought that was really neato. I don't mean to be gross, but I did take a shower today, and that felt really good. You know, I don't really talk about it often, but I hadn't been showering, so I finally got to shower. And I say got to. It's not like I can't shower any other day, but like my you know what I mean? It's just like people are weird, so I don't. I try to stay away. I've been writing about it. I've been like creating this memoir or whatever, and I talked about it there because it feels safer to do that there. You know, I'd rather not get on the internet and be like, oh yeah, I don't shower regularly. You know, so also I don't know when that'll be published. I've been working on it since the end of last year, and so 2 months from now it'll be a whole year that I've been working on it, I guess. It'll probably take me a while because the goal of it is to like track my progress until I get to a certain point, until I get to reach my goals. And so that's kind of the purpose of that. And obviously also it's supposed to like help to guide people who are in similar situations, who feel like they're stuck and all that jazz. So it's kind of like a double-ended thing or whatever, I don't know. Excuse me. I guess one of the things that was on my to-do list was to make a weekend video. I think that was supposed to be for yesterday. Yesterday I was supposed to do that, but I'll just write it down and then cross it out, I guess. I mean, this won't get posted until December, so either way it doesn't really matter, you know. Also recently I was looking into Dolly Parton. I was listening to this interview that she did, I guess when her husband was still alive. Like it was uploaded recently, but it was recorded when he was still alive. And I don't know what that's about. That's the second time I've seen a video like that, like an interview. The first one I think was Bob Proctor, because Bob Proctor's dead. If you don't know who Bob Proctor is, he's like one of the richest men, I guess. I don't know. He's also known to be like a philanthropist, I guess, and like very, very giving, etc., etc. But he's dead. He's been dead since like for years now. But there was an interview, I guess, from when he was alive. And I was watching that, and I was like, I don't know what that's about. What's going on with that? Why are we posting old interviews? But I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. To go back to these purchases, because I'm like hesitant to even share this, but like I walked in the house with my guitar, and my mom had the audacity to be like, "Oh, well, you could buy that, but you can't pay for whatever bills." And then like I don't know, the thing about that though, she had said something to me about that. And like she made up some number. She said $2,000. And in my head I'm like, what? Are you stupid? Do you think that I'm stupid? Like, okay, I've never paid a house bill, sure. But I also know that they don't go up to fucking $2,000. We don't live in a fucking mansion. Why would we be paying $2,000 for fucking electricity, bitch? What the fuck? So I had asked her again. I was like, well, how much is it? And I didn't mention that. I didn't bring up the fact that she said that. And she was like $36 or something. And then I did bring it up. I was like, okay, so why did you tell me? And it's like, I wouldn't mind helping you, but then I can't even trust that what you're saying is true. Because like, why would you tell me some fucking $2,000? Like, what the fuck? And then she did that like a couple months ago when they went on a vacation or whatever. She was talking, like right before she left, she was like, you know, they might turn off the internet if we don't pay the bill. And then she gave me some number, and she was like, you know, whatever you can give me. And I'm like, okay. And in my head, I'm like, this woman is bluffing. Like, they're not about to turn off the internet. Like, you just trying to get some money out of me for this vacation. And it's like, if you just wanted that, like, just fucking say that. Like, it pisses me off that people think that they have to lie and shit. Like, what the fuck? And so I did give her a little bit. And like, she don't give a fuck about me. Like, I could explain in detail like what I'm going through and she wouldn't give a fuck. And that's the thing that disheartens me so much, because it's like, like, what the fuck? Like, I can't even have a straight conversation with you because you think you need to lie. You think you need to, like, you know what I mean? And it's annoying. And she just want to play the victim and shit. And it's just like, but then at the same time want to be a bully. Like, how you gonna play the victim but then be a bully? Like, what the fuck? And I think it's really fucked up because, like, people who have narcissistic parents, people who have parents like this, often end up attracting people throughout their life who are just like that. Like, when I think about Paul, when I think about the person that I was just dealing with, in different ways, that's what it was. Like, I noticed so many times, I was like, you're just my fucking mom. Like, you're avoidant. You don't want to talk about real shit unless it benefits you. And even then, you still can't be real about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you were literally my mother. Like, what the fuck? And I don't know. I'm really hoping and praying for the day that I can fucking leave safely. You know, I started applying to jobs. Once again, it was on my to-do list. Yesterday, I made a to-do list, or had a to-do list. And one part of the to-do list was to apply for 3 different jobs. I ended up applying for like 6+. Once again, before even 9 o'clock. Like, I'm sure it was even, like, if I go back to because I journaled about it. You know what I mean? And then I also did, just to give myself kudos, I did manage to not smoke until, you know what I mean, later in the day. And so that was an accomplishment. I did that the day before too. I'm not sure if I'll do that today, but I definitely have been doing a thing where I intentionally not smoke. You know, I hold off, you know, and I think that's really been helpful. And I don't know, the thing about healing that I have to remind myself continuously is that it's not linear. Like, sometimes you will feel like you're really on top of things, like everything is just perfect, everything's flowing, and then there will be moments where you're just like, okay, I thought I had it under control, and I don't. You know, and the latter does not necessarily negate the rest of it. Like, just because you start to feel out of control doesn't mean that you weren't making progress. And I think the way that to look at these moments is a progress marker. You know, like, you did good 3 days in a row, and then you have a spiral moment, and it's just like, okay, well, so what do we do with the spiral moment? Like, how do we look at this? How can we use this to our benefit? You know what I mean? And I don't know. I think the way to think about it, though, another way to think about it is that, like, these habits, these toxic habits, like smoking, like binge drinking, like overeating, like, they're a way to soothe the nervous system. And like, if you're not looking at it in that way, you're just gonna look at it as a problem. You know what I mean? Like, people who say like alcoholism is the problem. Alcoholism, drugs, mindless sex, those are not the problem. Those are like a kind of bad solution to the problem, whatever the problem is. And the problem would be the feelings that we feel inside, not feeling loved, not feeling worthy enough, not feeling good enough. You know what I mean? And nobody ever wants to look at that. Like, when I was explaining this to Paul, like, this was one of those things where we just disagreed. And to me, it was ridiculous because it was like, I don't think anybody with actual reason could disagree with this information. Like, when you feel unloved, when you feel rejected, it hurts. And what do we do when something hurts? We try to make it not hurt. You know, I mean, unless you're crazy and you're just willing to go through the pain. But most of us don't want to feel the pain, so we do something so it doesn't hurt as much. We take a nap, we take a shower, we binge eat, we overdrink, whatever, you know. And if we were to take a moment to sit with those feelings and to understand why those feelings are even happening, then maybe we wouldn't feel the need to drink or smoke or whatever, you know. And I can say that fully sober-minded. I can also say it very high, you know. Like, but that's just me. I think that's just me, like the privilege of being me. Like, I'm high capacity as fuck. Like, as soon as I wake up, I'm high alert. I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? I don't need time to get ready. I don't need, like, as soon as I'm up, I'm ready to affirm my day. I'm ready to take the day by storm. You know, hey Burtons, what's up? And same thing when I'm high. When I'm high, I'm like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to work, you know. Also, my phone's on 10%, so I have to cut this soon. Yeah, I don't know. As I'm recording, it is currently almost the end of October. And I feel like October has been very fruitful for me, as it should have been, because I affirmed it. And I also affirmed for November to be pretty fruitful, for December to be fruitful. And I'm hoping to get to a place where I don't have to affirm it anymore, where it just kind of happens, you know. Like, I don't know. I've been really, like, this year for me has been very transformative. I've been very focused on, like, transformation and, like, big change, you know. And it's, once again, it's a process. It's not linear. Sometimes you're on top of it. Sometimes you're not, you know. Like, I very intensely have been documenting also. Some of it has gone in my memoir. Some of it has not. I might make it a point to put some of the non-memoir stuff into the memoir. I don't know. Because I think I started back in June specifically, and I, like, wrote down, like, setting the intention for X, Y, and Z. And then I documented almost every moment of the day, what I was doing, what I was feeling, you know what I mean? And I did that from June to, like, September, I think. And I hadn't really, I started doing that for October, but I just kind of lost the momentum because I'm already journaling for my memoir, you know, so I was just like, well, whatever. And so that's where I've been, I guess. And hoping to the gods that 2026 is a beautiful year for me. I feel like I've been setting it up to be a beautiful year. And, like, I think it really sucks that there are people who would feel, like, threatened or, like, jealous or whatever the fuck. Because it's like, you have so much more than me. And I'm talking about specific people when I say this. You have so much more than me. And it's just like, why do you feel the need to try to take it away from me, what I have? Like, we could work together. We could talk. But instead you want to just be nasty and evil and, like, try to take it away from me. What the fuck? This is why we can't have nice things. Because you break them, I had to take them away. That song was in my head earlier. I played it when I was in the shower. Also, Demi Lovato released a fucking breakup album, and it has been the best thing, I think. Like, it has definitely been helpful to me. I mean, I didn't need it. I was already mourning, I was already grieving, but when I started listening to it, I was like, girl, this is perfect timing. Perfect fucking timing. You know what I mean? Like, there's a song called Let You Go. Oh my god, it's like a hyper pop sort of, like, you know, not really sad but also sad ballad. It's, oh my god, it's so good. And I don't know, I'm just really thankful for the momentum. I don't know how things are going to look a few months from now. Hopefully I'll be in a much better place. You know what I mean? Hopefully, I don't know. God willing. Yeah, if you're watching this, I hope you know miracles happen all the freaking time. I hope you know that whatever you're facing, whatever you're going through is very temporary. And Jesus loves you so fucking much. God loves you so fucking much, you know? And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I feel like there's so much that wants to come out of me, but I have to end this because my phone's on less than 10%. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day. Bye.